thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
First off, I just really want to commend you on last week's adventure to the city. I know that it was a new experience for you, and I'm just very proud of first of you just taking the first step. That
Thank you.
was, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
You are definitely a very strong woman, and I could definitely see that last week. I just want to start off with letting you know once again that everything we talk about will be held in confidence.
Okay.
So as long as it doesn't hurt you or anyone else, it stays between me and you. So feel free to be as open as you want. You can ask me any questions or anything you might have.
Okay.
Well, I did want to start off with looking back at last week and also what we discussed in our first meeting. We developed our eco map. So I just wanted you to take a look about where we left off. And it seems as though we've drawn some of the areas where we think that, well, me and you, where you're having some difficulties. So, education, do you think that's affecting you?
Yeah, I think so because I did drop out when I was in high school, so I do regret it because now it's hard for me to find jobs.
Okay. We also said that your family or your environment, do you think it's more of your family or do you think it's more of the economy that affects your family that affects you?
Well, I think it's the economy because, like I said, because I dropped out at a young age, I can't find jobs, and so it's affecting my family because we have to struggle to make ends meet. So that's really the issue.
Okay. And one of the other areas I want to tackle was the self concept. I guess how you view yourself. How do you, how do you view yourself as far as confidence wise or being able to speak up for yourself?
I do need to work on speaking up. I think it's because of my education. Sometimes I don't understand when people are talking to me or telling me stuff, and so I'll just not speak up. I need to work on that, and my confidence it affects it because I think I'm not smart enough.
Okay. So last week, overall, how did you think it went?
It was fine. I didn't like that I had to keep bouncing around from place to place, and I was confused because I didn't know what was going on, and I just felt like I wasn't going to get help. I was kind of worried a little bit, yeah.
How did you feel in that new environment?
I didn't feel good because I was confused, and when people were telling me stuff I didn't really understand, and I didn't know how to speak up, so I just was going with the flow. Yeah.
Do you feel you have more power? And what I mean by power, I mean more of an ability to speak up for yourself while you're speaking with me.
Yeah, I do think I do because we worked together for a little bit, but when it comes to strangers, I don't feel comfortable and I get scared. Well, not scared, but I just lose my confidence.
Okay. So it seems to be that we should start to tackle on some of the issues that are starting to affect your life, your personal life, and everything else that has to deal with all around you.
Yeah.
So one of those issues, I think we should try to. It would be impossible to work on everything at once. So I want us to start with three things, which I think would lead us to our next phase, so that we can help you to be the best you. I think that you are a marvelous person. I can tell you that I already see the strengths that are within you. The fact that you even were able and had the confidence to go in that new environment already says that you have confidence within you. We just need to bring it out in all aspects. So the first thing we want to work on is being able to speak up. Second thing we want to work on is education.
Okay.
And the third thing we want to work on is confidence.
Okay.
Do you agree on all those three?
I do agree. Yeah.
Okay. So for the first one, for being able to speak up, what is your hypothesis for that? Or how would you think to better tackle that issue?
I feel like if maybe I get out of my regular atmosphere and meet new people, then maybe it will bring out my confidence.
Okay. I completely agree. I think that if we start to put you in unfamiliar environments, just as though this used to be an unfamiliar environment for you, but as you came and you used that confidence and your strength that I know that you have, now you feel just as comfortable.
Yeah.
And I know that if we continue to do this, we will, this will no longer be an issue, no longer a problem.
I hope so.
So the second one would be education. What would you think we could do for your education?
I think I should work on getting my GED
Okay.
and then going back to school.
I just want to say that takes a lot. Once again, I'm seeing the confidence to be able to go back to school and get your high school diploma or your GED. That is wonderful, and I commend you on that.
Thank you.
I definitely agree. I think we should also work on possibly getting you a trait.
Okay.
That way we can get you more in some diverse fields. It'll open your opportunities for new job placements. If you and your family ever thought about moving to another area, another city, this will broaden your area of where you can go because now you have more skills.
Okay.
Along with the skills you already have, I know you work on the shipyard and you have a lot of agriculture experience, which is very remarkable. So you have the skills already. So when you add skills on top of skills, you're going to find jobs and it'll increase your finances as well.
Okay, that sounds good.
And your third thing you said was confidence. So what would you think we could do to increase your confidence? Or how would you think you could increase your confidence for yourself?
Just by speaking up more and just, feeling better about myself
Mhm.
and making that known to others.
Also, just picking up both of this, what do you mean by feeling better about yourself?
Well, feeling better about my situation that I am now. Because if I can feel better about it, then I can do something about getting out of the situation.
Okay. I think to start off with confidence, I truly agree with you. We should first increase your confidence from within, because once you have confidence in yourself, everyone else will see it. So, once again, those are all great ideas. I really think we're heading on the right track. So, once again, we are going to agree to work on these three things. So now we want to establish a goal for each of our issues. So what would be one goal, like your overall, this is my overall big grand goal for speaking up?
A goal. Well, a goal would be to speak up the next time I have to go to social services. If I don't understand what's going on, I need to let someone know and speak up.
I think to go along with that would be to be able to speak proudly,
Okay.
to speak with confidence. I think that kind of sums it up. I know it kind of ties into number three, but to overall just never even have to worry about it, that you can stand up for yourself and be a strong woman. You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
Okay.
What is your overall goal for your education? Like, if money wasn't an issue, if you want to consider finances, you can. But what would be your overall goal with you and your education?
Just to get a higher education than I have now.
Okay.
And I have kids, so them seeing me get my education
And how many kids? You have 4 kids.
Yes, 4 kids.
Okay.
Mhm.
And how are they?
They're doing fine.
good.
You know, with me not having a job, sometimes it can be a little rough on them, but they're doing okay.
Okay. And our last one is confidence. So what is your overall goal for confidence?
Just being the most confident person that I can be.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. I think to also go along with confidence would, not to have self-doubt. Don't doubt yourself. Um, and just, walk with pride. Head up, shoulders. When you develop confidence in yourself, no one can tell you anything about you other than you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I definitely like our goals. Now we're going to develop an action plan. With the action plan is we're going to do the who, what, when, why, and everything so that we can actually see what we're doing and make sure that our goals are achievable.
Okay.
Our goals that we listed are right now like maybe phase 5, but we need to go through phase 1, 2, 3, 4 so that phase 5 is achievable.
Okay.
Alright, so for your first one, you just want to be able to, your overall goal is just to be able to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
And just to sum it up. So for the who, we want you to be able to speak up. And then the who, what, I think our what would be to,
Oh, what could be? See, I'm not sure.
I think the who is you, and then the what is to speak up. And the when.
The when is as soon as possible.
Soon as possible. Okay. And the where. I have a suggestion. I want to have you join me next week, but instead of our usual face-to-face, which just me and you, there's going to be a group seminar, more of a group activity where there are others who are working on the same problem with not being able to speak up. I think that will really benefit you because you'll be able to see others that are going through the same thing. Trust me, everyone has it. Everyone conquers it at different times. I myself used to not be able to speak up. I think that would be your first win. At one point, I think we can even bring your family in and we can turn into like a family game thing so the kids are more involved and kind of see how they feel about speaking up. And you can use the skills that you learn and help them speak up so they can speak up in class and at work and whenever they might need them to voice their opinion.
See, I'm not sure. Are you sure that would think I can do it? Because I just don't feel comfortable.
I completely understand how you're feeling, and it's ultimately the decision is up to you. But I can see that you have confidence. I know it's there.
Okay.
When you went to the big city with me, you said the same thing. You weren't really sure, but you found it in you to go.
Okay.
If we go and you're
Will you stay by me the whole time?
I
Will
will.
you leave me?
I will be there.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'll be actually running the seminar.
Okay.
So if you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate.
Okay.
But there'll be others. This will be a good networking event too. To also find a friend to hang out with and to discuss things because they're most likely having some other troubles or they might have other problems that you aren't experiencing. Sometimes those become an enlightening experience to see what others are going through or what others might have to offer. So I really suggest you to go. So feel free to come. I really want you to.
And you
And
said it's next week?
next week, our same meeting time like we are now, but we'll be in a room filled with other people.
Okay.
It's gonna be, I believe, 7 to 12 other people. So it's still a small group. It's at any time you are just not feeling okay with it, just let me know and we'll schedule a day for us to come in and talk. But I do want us to take this first step in getting you and practicing speaking up and engaging with others.
Okay. This sounds okay. I can go.
Okay.
I think I'll do it.
All right. There goes that confidence I was
Yeah.
talking about. It's coming out. I see it. All right. So that's going to be the WARE meeting next week. All right. So our next one is higher education. So the who is you. The what is we're going to up your education. And the when. Well, first for the what. Let's go back real fast. You want to do your GED first, correct?
Yes.
And when would you want to start?
I don't know. What do you think would be best?
I believe that me and you, high school was a long time ago. So I know my child comes to me all the time and they show me this division. I said, I didn't do all that. I don't know this new generation. Somehow it's a new formula, but we get the same answer. So I think that we should start off with some prep courses to
Okay.
kind of get the mind rolling. I think we can sign you up for a course, like a GED preparation course. I also advise you to maybe see a tutor. I know you don't like coming to the city a lot, so maybe we can do an online tutor. Do you have a computer at home?
I don't have a computer, but I do have a library
Okay.
close by. So.
Okay. I think a task for you would be to go to the library and to see what tutors they have available. Do you know what subject are you the best in, or what subject did you just love when you were in high school?
I'm good at math.
You're good at math? Oh, you're better than me. Well, that's really good. So, how about a subject that you just didn't really connect with?
History.
History? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, your job is to find a tutor at your library, someone that you feel comfortable with, and this is going to also play with our first goal. Speak up, because if it's not someone you can see yourself with, or they're not connecting with you, you don't need them, because it's not gonna help you. So I want you to find a tutor, while I am going to find you a GED prep course group, where we can begin getting some prep courses, because we just don't want to take the test and not do well. So we want to prepare for it. So that's going to be our win. So I will be getting in contact with you when I find the course. So next time we meet, I would like to see you have a tutor.
Okay.
And don't worry about any of the materials. I will be providing you with the paper and pen.
Okay.
They are all donated through Walmart, and they gave us a free calculator. So those are the items for you to keep, and to help you through the GED prep courses.
Okay.
Okay. After we finish the prep courses, then we will schedule a when and a where for the GED test. Once we finish your GED, I would like for us to develop a resume, because we're going to add that to your resume. So, do you have a resume?
I don't really. I think I have one, but I don't. Well, I do have one, but it's not really. I don't think it's good enough.
Okay.
So I would need help with that.
Okay. See how when we accomplish one goal, we then accomplish the next ones, because as soon as we finish the GED, now we're gonna accomplish the resume, so that'll begin to make you more marketable to other agencies and other employers. And then we're are going to then, get you in the trade classes. So that way, you are where your ultimate goal was, and that's to get, to take more education than where you are now. And I think that's wonderful. Like I said, getting your education is a beautiful thing, and I think it's really nice for your kids to see that.
Yeah, I think they would really look up to that.
I very commend you once again. Is that confidence I was telling you about? It's coming out. All right. So then our last one is confidence. So the who is you once again, and the what is we want to get you to feel confidence, more of self-confidence, so that you can have confidence in yourself. The win. So I guess the win for the first part would be, how do we want to first develop the first level of confidence?
You said how?
The win first.
Oh, the win. So how do I want to, or
Or-
just when do I want to get?
We can do the how first. So how do you want to do, or how would you want to increase your confidence first?
By just, looking to myself more and loving who I am.
Okay. I think once again, we can schedule a meeting. Are you able to meet twice a week? Maybe 1 week?
Yeah, I could.
Okay. I can either come to you or we can meet here if that's better, if you want to get away. I would love to spend about 30 minutes or so, not too much, because I know you have a lot going on, and I know you have to work and care for your family. I don't want to mess up your schedule or anything. So about 30 minutes. Maybe we can do this for a month. Once a week, 30 minutes, where we work on self-concept, which is exactly what you just described, how you feel about yourself. There's a lot of good exercises I know that we can do. I then would like to bring in your husband. How do you feel your husband values you or perceives you? Or do you have confidence when it comes to your relationship?
I do. Sometimes I feel that he doesn't think I'm smart enough because I didn't graduate from high school.
Okay.
So I do think that plays a part in our relationship because sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough for him because I don't have that education, and I'll tell him that, and then he always tells me it's not true, but I don't believe him.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel as though your husband might leave, or he's interested in other women?
Yeah, I do think that he could find another woman that graduated from high school and has her education and could possibly leave me.
And do you ever ask him this?
Yeah, and he told me he wouldn't do that, but I don't necessarily believe that.
Has he done anything to prove to you?
No, it's just how I feel because I didn't graduate.
So do you think that once you get this degree that you will then be able to build that confidence with him?
Yeah, because I'll feel a lot smarter.
Is there something your husband could do to increase your confidence without you getting your degree?
He could just, tell me that I'm smart, maybe, or, just keep being there for me.
Okay. So if you get this degree, are you getting this for you, or are you getting it for your husband?
I think I will be getting it for me, but also just everyone, because I just sometimes feel like I'm not smart enough, and I feel like other people think that. So yeah, if I get it, it will be for me, but it will also it'll make me feel good knowing that other people know that I have it.
So if you get this degree, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, agree and your husband doesn't feel this way, or if you still think he feels the same way, what would be your next step?
Maybe going higher, getting a higher education, or I don't know, maybe going to see a marriage counselor.
Okay. What I'm doing is allowing you to analyze what's going on in your perception. This is nothing. I haven't made not one prediction. I'm just asking of where you see yourself in your home. I just want to make sure that everything we're doing, I just want you to make sure you know you're doing it for yourself, because that's the only way you're going to be successful. But it does look like there could be some things we could work on in the house, but those are, once we accomplish these issues, we'll be able to tackle the next. And just how we're fixing these, more things, tend to pop up that we can tackle along the way. So just how you're being open with me, this is how we conquer and we move up. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now that we have made our plan, this is going to be a contract between you and I. Now we are going to work on each of these. This is the plan that we're going to do. We have identified our issue. We made our hypothesis of what we think would be best. We clarified our issues. And then we established the goals for our issues. And finally, we developed the plan. So what I'm going to do is have you sign this. And that's saying that you're going to do your part. And that you will, like I said, you're going to find a tutor. You're going to start to be honest with yourself and be honest with me. And that you are going to work on your part. And I'm also going to sign next to your signature. And that's where I'm saying I'm going to do what I have to do for you as your social worker to better ensure that we work together in bringing you success.
Okay.
So you can just sign that right here, first line. Okay, and I'm going to sign right here. All right, and I will see you next week for group.
Okay.
And this is your copy. And so you can save it, hang it. That is our first step to success.
Okay.
All right, Miss
Thank
Banks.
you.
I will see you next time, okay?
See you.
Once again, you did a great job.
Thank you.